goal, because I don't want to say like what's your end goal, but what's like you know a goal that you have on your mind to accomplish this year with the music.
I mean, I guess it's probably. I mean, you never know. I guess. I mean, no, in years I'm sure. But I mean, yeah, I guess it's a bunch of small steps, ultimately building up to be like the Pyramid of Giza. But it's like at the same time, it's all about the end goal to me. That thing is it about the journey or the destination? I've always chose the destination because like as long as I get to the right place, because people say it's more about the journey, but it's just like, all right, so you would take a long ass journey just to not get to your destination. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to get where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, the goal for me, I just want to be number one, immortalized. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm reaching towards. And I feel like it's totally possible because honestly, in today's game, there's nobody even fucking trying. There doesn't feel like it. There's like what, like maybe 3 people that really still have their head on straight that's doing this shit, and then there are contenders under that. And even the contenders, like I said, sometimes it's more media, sometimes it's more marketing, and it's more, I don't want to call it clout chasing because I feel like to a degree that like undermines how hard marketing is. But
True.
it's just like, yeah, that's ultimately just what it is. A whole bunch of marketing, politics, and propaganda of like, you know what I'm saying? Coke and Pepsi really fucking taste the same, but we're just sitting here trying to fight about which is better.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I'm glad that you answered it that way, because I normally ask the question, what's the end goal? And the reason I wanted to flip it when we were talking is because we were having like such deep conversations I mean, this whole interview, just a really deep ass conversation about mindset and about, you know, accomplishing things and just the lessons and all that. So I wanted to kind of flip the question and ask like, well, what's a current goal? And I love how you said like my current goal is my main goal. And I love that because I think once again it gives people an insight to the mindset you have, and the mindset I think it really takes to accomplish anything, which is your current goal has to be your future goal. And every day you just do a little bit to that. I heard Will Smith say it this way, when his dad, I don't know if you ever heard the story, but he said like when him and his little brother were young, his dad had him build a wall. And he would like give them advice stuff, but they built the wall. And he said the thing that he realized about building that wall, like he said, you know, he'd tell his dad, like, I don't think we're ever going to get this done. But what he realized is in building a wall, you didn't build a great wall by focusing on trying to build a great wall. You built a great wall by just laying each brick as perfectly as you could. And then eventually that made a wall. And so he said in life, I just try each day to lay my brick. Just lay it as good as I can. So like the end goal being the current goal, I think it is once again that mindset of like, I know what I'm after. And so every day, that's what I pursue. I know what I'm after.
Little goals are cool, but it's just like, it almost reminds me of just like, there's motherfuckers that just party every Friday just because it's Friday. And it's like, what are you celebrating? No shame to it. You know what I'm saying?
I love how you said that. Like, what are we?
No,
yeah, that's good. That's good.
I've done it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, at the end of the day, that's just existing. And it's just like, I'm just getting through this fucking work week, working for somebody else, so I could go and then spend my money at another fucker's bar on bitches that don't like me for a chance at some shit, when it's just like, yeah, you know, fuck all this. Like, I could just be like making myself lit. And it's like, or making a name for yourself, because once you make a name for yourself, then these same bars are gonna pay you to come there, and they're gonna give you free alcohol. These same bitches gonna be on your line anyway, and like, it's just like Scarface. Like, first you get the money, then you get the respect, then you get the power, and then the bitches come with all that. And a lot of people just focus on the bitches, and then like, that's what I mean by like, you like, if everything else is just balance, like you have to celebrate, but like you can't celebrate too much. And it's just like the small victories matter, but at the end of the day, it's just a small victory. And like, I don't know, maybe sometimes I don't give myself enough credit, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I ain't really do shit yet. And I ain't do shit yet until we got number ones, or at least somewhere close to it.
Well, I think that's that drive we were talking about earlier. Like, the reason I brought up the 50 Cent thing was, like, the idea that, like, when you have that drive, like, if you look at most artists, their first album is always their best album because there's just so much drive in it. You know, like, they hadn't got there yet. Now, there's exceptions to every rule. So, some people get better with time and they get a different hunger and now they're focusing on different things. But a lot of times that first, like, major album is usually like their best because they just have so much drive and angst and just will to like push it. So like you said, it's like, yeah, I might be the hottest in the city, but I want to be the hottest in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then once they get there, it's like you can see that like it's just not in them anymore. It's just almost like, well, you know, like I got it. You know, and so I think a key to keeping that drive, it's kind of like you're saying, like, let me celebrate, but let me keep it moving, you know? And that's one reason why I love, like, these kind of conversations, because it even makes me think and, like, rethink and be like, you know, like, maybe I don't spend enough time celebrating. You know what I mean? Or maybe I spend too much. Like, I love you going out every Friday. What you celebrating? Like, you know, because there are times where maybe I celebrated too much. And it's just like, dude, you ain't done shit. Like you have a big ass goal.
Sit yourself down. You gotta sit yourself down sometimes. Like, yo, like, get your head in the fucking game.
Yeah, I've been telling myself I gotta hold myself more accountable than anyone else would. So right. I have this thing that like I threaten to fire myself. Like I work for myself, but like if I don't do my shit, like that's strike one. Like, you got rolled up today. Like, I'm going to write my fucking self up. You know what I mean? And give myself probation because it's like this idea that, like, I have to hold myself accountable. No one's coming to wake me up. No one's coming to get on me and say, man, dude, you gotta push this content out. You gotta edit this video. You gotta, like, no one's making me do shit. I have to make myself do it. You know what I mean? And what makes me do it, what makes you do it, is that goal. Is that, like, dude, I got this big ass goal, and if I have a big ass goal, I have to have like big ass work ethic. I have to have, like, if my goal is a car, I gotta have a battery that can push that car. A AAA battery ain't gonna start my car. You know what I mean? And a AAA battery, like small drive, isn't gonna get me to my goal. Like, I gotta have some big ass drive, and so I find myself withdrawing from things like where I'm just work, and that's it. Like I'm not out here like hanging out. I'm not out here like. It's just work. That's it. Like I just want to be focused on this because I know eventually, like you said, like one day that bar is going to pay me to be there.
For real.
I'm going to be getting a bag from just